Despite the fact that they actually provided some strong numbers, they still saw some supply chain issues.
Yes, Sherry. So as we saw in other companies in the technology sector, SK Hynix probably also saw some supply issues undercutting their profit. However, the company still reported record quarterly revenue. That was the fastest pace since 2017. That's in about 4 years. And the company was also able to report better than expected earnings because thanks to strong demand coming from data centers that probably offset fall in the memory chip prices.
So Youkyung, how's the outlook looking for SK Hynix?
So yesterday we saw SK Hynix rival Samsung saying the supply crunch issue gradually easing from the PC and data center across the technology sector in the first quarter, and a lot of analysts have been expecting that the memory down cycle that hurt Samsung and SK Hynix last year will be ending sooner than expected. So the outlook for the SK Hynix would be much better than the last year, as we expect the winter for the memory chip industry going to end sooner thanks to the strong demand from PC or data center and smartphone makers. However, we should still watch how this rising cost of raw materials, logistics, and ongoing supply crunch issue is going to affect the bottom line for the SK Hynix. And we will hear more from the company's executives later at the conference call, and that will be the key issues that investors will be focused on.
Are those issues why we're seeing some pressure on the stock at SK Hynix? It was sort of the same story with Samsung Electronics as well, right? I mean, they had some strong numbers, but at the same time, the stock not really doing that well this year.
Yes, that's right. So the stocks of Samsung and SK Hynix, which was the two largest South Korean stock until yesterday before the LG Energy Solutions debut, have been coming under pressure from the sell-off from the foreign investor who have been reducing risky assets as the Fed fastens its monetary tightening policy. So it's not just the memory industry outlook or their down cycle that's affecting the shares of SK Hynix or Samsung, but it's also the broader macroeconomic conditions and the pace of Federal Reserve's monetary tightening policy that could also affect the shares. So SK Hynix share has been down so far this year, about in line with the broader benchmark Kospi. It's still faring better than some of its peers in the U.S., which some of the U.S. chip makers has been falling a lot more than SK Hynix. So it could provide some kind of haven for investors looking for a less severe fall in the stock market.